Nick here. How's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. New videos almost daily with stories and rants and fun and movie reviews. And also a new segment, which I'm starting right now, called Undiscovered Gems. I've been reviewing movies for many, many, many years. I reviewed them on WGN Radio for all 35 years. And I continue to review them on my channel here, videos and things like that. And I'm going to be laying down a podcast coming probably in the new year, sometime in the new year of 2022. So I've decided to start this thing that I call Undiscovered Gems. And this is me shining a light on movies that maybe people don't know about, that a lot of people don't know about, hence Undiscovered Gems. They could be great movies that were just under the radar, movies that you've never even heard of. They could be terrible movies that I think you should watch because they're either hilarious or they're like, in the history of film, it's something that you should see. So Undiscovered Gems, they're going to be kind of all over the place. But I thought I'd start out with a great movie that no one has seen. And that's what a lot of these are going to be. Great films, really good movies that no one has seen. So if you're looking for something to watch, or see, hopefully Undiscovered Gems can help you out. So the first Undiscovered Gem in a series of a bunch of them that I'm going to be recording is a film called 187. And this is it. That's 187 with Samuel L. Jackson. 187 from 1997. A great film. A truly great film. It was number one on my list in 1997. And I believe I was probably the only critic in the world to put it as number one on their top 10 list, maybe even the only critic in the world to include it on their top 10 list. Directed by an extraordinarily talented and underrated and really screwed over American director named Kevin Reynolds. Kevin Reynolds is a truly gifted director, a great director whose career has gone up and down, who has been fucked over a lot in the course of him making movies. And Kevin Reynolds directed this great movie called 187. Kevin Reynolds got his start. He made a film called Fandango, which is one of my favorite guy movies ever made. It was a coming-of-age movie about a bunch of guys who are just getting out of college or going to Vietnam in the late 60s. And they make a road trip down to Mexico to visit a friend named Dom. Fandango is another one of these. Well, a lot of Kevin Reynolds movies actually fall under the umbrella of Undiscovered Gem because his movies are great. He's a great filmmaker, and he doesn't get the respect or the attention that he deserves. Fandango, a great movie, one of the first movies that Kevin Costner ever made, and it became a partnership between Kevin Reynolds and Kevin Costner. Kevin Reynolds, the director, would go on to do a really amazing movie called The Beast, another movie that is an undiscovered gem, which I'll talk about another time, about some Russians in a tank in the middle of Afghanistan with George Dzunda and Jason Patric. It is an extraordinary movie. We'll talk about that some other time. Then he made a very big commercial success with Robin Hood. He directed the Robin Hood with Kevin Costner, which was a movie that made a ton of money. And was a very big success. And it also started the very tenuous relationship between Kevin Reynolds and Kevin Costner being the movie star, Kevin Reynolds being the filmmaker. There were a lot of problems on the set of Robin Hood, and their friendship kind of slivered because of it, and that would not be the first time. He got the gig, Kevin Reynolds, the director, got the gig because of Kevin Costner, because Kevin Reynolds helped Kevin Costner make Dances with Wolves. Kevin Reynolds helped Kevin Costner make it because Kevin Costner is a shitty director. And the only good things in Dances with Wolves, because it's an awful movie, the only good things is that long extended buffalo hunt sequence, which Kevin Reynolds directed. He directed. And again, Kevin Costner, who won Best Director that year at the Oscars over Martin Scorsese for Goodfellas. Think about that for a moment. Kevin Costner won Best Director for Dances with Wolves over Martin Scorsese for Goodfellas. Let that fucking sink in. All right, now that you're done vomiting, he needed some help. Had no idea how to direct a big, crazy scene like the buffalo hunt scene. Reynolds directed it. Kevin Reynolds essentially directed it. And when Kevin Costner won the Oscar, did not thank Kevin Reynolds for directing that incredibly complicated sequence. Anyway, so it was another problem they had. But he did give him the gig. I will say this, Costner did give Kevin Reynolds a gig to direct Robin Hood. Made a lot of money. Next movie Kevin Reynolds makes is this movie about the creation of Easter Island and the statues of Easter Island called Rapa Nui, which is a magnificent movie, again, that 5 people saw. So again, Kevin Costner threw him a rope and gave him Waterworld to direct, which is a movie that I back. I love Waterworld. I think Waterworld is a great movie. And in fact, I'm pretty sure that Waterworld caused my first divorce, because I think the third time my ex-wife came home and saw me, sitting on the couch watching Waterworld for the third time, she was like, you know what, I gotta fucking divorce this guy if he's gonna sit at home and watch Waterworld. Anyway, I back Waterworld. And again, huge explosion on the set between the two of them. Kevin Costner blames Kevin Reynolds for the huge failure of Waterworld, when in